Amazon is one of the largest companies in the world that IT dominates online shopping, cloud computing, streaming, and even grocery delivery. Every second, millions of dollars flow through its systems and billions of customers rely on it daily. But would you believe that the man who built Amazon, Jeff Bezos, started his empire from a small garage selling books online? This is the story of Jeff Bezos and the relentless rise of Amazon. Jeffrey Preston Bezos was born in 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. From a young age, he showed an extraordinary curiosity and intelligence. He was fascinated by how things worked, often dismantling his toys and household gadgets just to put them back together. Bezos grew up with a strong love for science and technology. In high school, he attended the Student Science Training Program at the University of Florida. Even then, he dreamed big, not just about careers, but about changing the way the world worked. After high school, Jeff attended Princeton University, where he studied electrical engineering and computer science. He graduated in 1986 at the top of his class, with a degree that perfectly suited the emerging digital era. Early career. After Princeton, Jeff didn't jump straight into entrepreneurship. He first joined Fattel, a fintech startup, as a programmer. He was only 22, but his mind was already thinking bigger than the walls of a small office. He then moved to Bankers Trust, where he quickly became a vice president. Later, he joined D. Shaw and Company, a hedge fund in Manhattan. At D. E. Shaw, Jeff worked with some of the brightest financial minds in the world, learning the power of data, algorithms, and global business. It was at this point that Bezos noticed something extraordinary. The internet was growing at an astronomical rate. In 1994, it was expanding by 2,300% annually. For someone who thought in decades, not months, this was an opportunity unlike anything else. The leap of faith. Jeff Bezos had a secure, high-paying career in finance. He was young, successful, and respected, but he made a decision that would change the course of history. One day, he wrote a letter to his parents. In it, he explained that he wanted to start an online business. He told them that the internet would transform commerce and that he was going to be part of it. His parents were skeptical but supportive. They invested $300,000 to help him take the first steps. Jeff left D. Shaw, packed up his life, and moved to Seattle. He had no office, no employees, just an idea: to sell books online, starting Amazon. In 1994, in a small garage in Seattle, Jeff founded Amazon.com. At first, it wasn't called Amazon. He initially considered other names but settled on Amazon, inspired by the vastness and power of the Amazon River. He wanted his company to be as expansive and ambitious. Books were the first product because they were universal, easy to ship, and had a massive market. Jeff's vision was clear: provide customers with the largest selection possible at competitive prices and deliver with speed and reliability. The early days were tough. Jeff wrote the website code himself, set up shipping, and packaged the books personally. He and a small team of employees worked around the clock, often sleeping in the office just to keep up with orders. The first book ever sold on Amazon was in July 1995. It was a simple book, but the sale marked the beginning of something monumental. Within a month, Amazon had shipped books across all 50 US states and even internationally. Early challenges. But the road wasn't smooth. Investors were wary. Traditional booksellers didn't see the potential of online sales and dismissed Amazon as a risky venture. Jeff faced skepticism at every turn. Banks and venture capitalists often questioned whether customers would ever trust an online store. Yet, Jeff had a secret weapon: a relentless focus on customer experience. He believed that if he could win customer loyalty, everything else would follow. He introduced features that are common today but revolutionary at the time: customer reviews, personalized recommendations, and a user-friendly interface. Going public. By 1997, Amazon was ready to go public. Jeff took the company to the NASDAQ with an IPO at $18 per share. Critics still doubted the model, calling it a dot-com fad that wouldn't last. But Jeff had a bigger vision. He wasn't just building an online bookstore. He was building an e-commerce empire that would eventually sell everything from electronics to groceries and even cloud services. innovation, and expansion. In the early 2000s, Amazon faced another challenge: turning a profit. For years, the company invested heavily in infrastructure, technology, and warehouses. Many investors were impatient. The company reported losses, and its stock fluctuated wildly. Jeff, however, stayed focused on the long term. He believed that scale and speed would eventually dominate retail. By 2002, Amazon had launched Amazon Web Services, AWS, a cloud computing service that many didn't understand at the time. It allowed businesses to rent computing power on demand instead of building their own expensive infrastructure. AWS would eventually become the most profitable part of Amazon, generating billions in revenue annually. Meanwhile, Amazon expanded its product range. Electronics, toys, apparel, and even household items became part of the platform. Jeff introduced the concept of Amazon Prime, offering faster shipping for a membership fee. This move created customer loyalty on an unprecedented scale. The Kindle revolution. In 2007, Jeff launched the Kindle, a device that changed the way people read books. It allowed users to download and read thousands of books anywhere. Publishers initially resisted, fearing digital disruption. But Jeff knew that convenience and technology would win. The Kindle became a global success and established Amazon as a company willing to disrupt even the industries it depended on. It was a bold move, and it worked. Facing competition. By the 2010s, Amazon faced fierce competition from eBay, Walmart, and other e-commerce platforms. But Jeff's strategy was simple: innovate, reinvest profits, and focus on customer satisfaction. Amazon's logistics network expanded rapidly, with massive fulfillment centers, advanced algorithms, and sophisticated delivery systems. Jeff invested in robotics, AI, and even drone delivery prototypes, ensuring Amazon stayed ahead of the curve. Beyond e-commerce, Jeff didn't stop at retail. Amazon entered streaming with Prime Video, cloud computing with AWS, smart devices like Echo, and even grocery delivery with the acquisition of Whole Foods in 2017. Each move was bold, controversial, and risky, but it paid off. Through all of this, Jeff maintained a singular focus on long-term growth rather than short-term profits. His philosophy was famously articulated in his annual letters to shareholders: focus on the customer, be stubborn on vision, and flexible on details. The empire today. Today, Amazon is a global behemoth. It employs over 1.5 million people worldwide, dominates online retail in numerous countries, and has created entirely new industries, from cloud computing to smart home technology. Jeff Bezos is one of the wealthiest people on the planet, and Amazon's valuation exceeds trillions of dollars. Yet, Jeff's journey teaches one key lesson: execution and vision matter more than resources or initial advantages. He started with a garage, an idea, and a determination to create something the world had never seen before. Amazon's rise also shows the importance of calculated risk-taking. Jeff left a lucrative career to pursue a vision that many thought was impossible. He faced skepticism, competition, and near financial collapse. But persistence, innovation, and focus on the customer created a company that reshaped global commerce. Takeaway: Jeff Bezos' story isn't just about wealth or success. It's about relentless ambition, thinking long-term, and being willing to disrupt norms. Amazon is the product of bold decisions, countless experiments, and a mindset that refused to accept limitations. If you look at the history of Amazon, you see more than just a company. You see the power of a vision executed with discipline, patience, and courage. From selling books from a garage to creating a trillion-dollar empire, Jeff Bezos' journey proves that with the right combination of vision, persistence, and innovation, even the most audacious dreams can become reality. Amazon wasn't built overnight, and neither was Jeff Bezos' legacy. It's the result of decades of risk, learning, and constant evolution. A true testament to what relentless determination can achieve. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more amazing stories about the people who changed the world.